I hope y'all can hear me. I don't know if anybody gonna come in. I ain't gonna talk about too much. I'll give it about 5 minutes. Okay, I'm watching YouTube at the same time. This is black chick that lives in Japan. I don't know why I enjoy watching this baby. I'm going back to her older videos because I enjoy watching her. Oh, y'all, but I got good news on the EKG situation. Hmm. Whew. Most of y'all probably eating. Hello, whoever came in. I'm gonna give it about 5 minutes and then I'll start chatting. Day in the life. I should have brought that over here. I'm gonna deal with it later. Let's see if anything. I wonder if the news is on. I'm gonna give it 5 minutes and then I'll start chatting. If you come in, give it a like, thumbs up, share it out. Nobody come on, don't matter. I didn't give a lot of warning. And it is a Labor Day weekend. So I'm really kind of chilling right now. I'm seeing if the news is on. I'm a little tired. Cause that's not nightly news. Oh my God. People suing Burger King because the Whopper is small. Everybody done made everything small. It sucks. It used to be nice and big, but yeah. I'm like, let's make our own burger and call it a day. Okay, I'm presuming the nightly news hasn't happened yet. Um, get in here. Let's see. All right, nobody's in yet. Give it about 2 more minutes. And then I'll go into everything. I won't be on here too terribly long unless somebody comes in. There's a guy, I used to watch him. I think he was out of Texas. Call himself Tiny Tim is his name. And he goes over these model, like the mobile homes. And pretty much what a tiny home is kind of like a mobile home anyway. They just have done it. People start building their own. Okay, let's see here. I'm just kind of looking, seeing if there's anything on that I'm gonna watch. 3 hours. The Gospel of John. Okay, I might watch that, but that's 3 hours long. Okay, let me mark that because that might be something I'll watch. I had to text my friend. She's in Vegas. I didn't know till today, looking at something came on about the flooding. I guess they've had some recent flooding. I watch the news, but I select the news. I watch like NBC Nightly News, but I don't even watch all of it because some of it just sucks. So I don't necessarily even watch all of the NBC Nightly News. I don't have a heart. Some of it bites. I'll put this in the movies. So I don't necessarily watch it all. All right, we got a few more minutes and then I'll go over everything. I ain't got much to talk about today. I was just chilling. What did I say I was going to talk about today? I know I was going to talk about the EKG. Oh, happy Labor Day to everybody. Happy Labor Day. So I'm going to go over the EKG. I started. Ain't nobody in, but it's okay. So you'll watch it later, catch up, because I can just do it and it records it. So I don't have to do it separate. So it uploads it. So some of y'all know I had the EKG situation. My doctor referred me to a cardiologist. I went to that cardiologist this week that just passed, the 29th. So I went in. He did an EKG there. That EKG was good, and he came in. He's like, "Why are you here?" And I didn't know it was a good EKG. He says, "Well, he says what I see is you have what's called thickening of the heart." He says that's not necessarily a heart attack. Praise Jesus, but because it's he gave me y'all technology. Technology is so interesting to me. He in the room they had this. I'm getting old. He had like a it was like a little advertisement picture. It was like long, and the pictures was changing. It was old people and young people and different heart things and different drugs, and it's an advertisement. So he came in, and I don't know what he was, name Vodka, something like that. So I gotta find out what his name means, because he looked like he possibly was a brother, maybe he might be Egyptian, I don't know, a Middle Eastern something, but he wasn't, Anglo guy. Totally cool. Came in, he's like, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, okay." I like not saying I'm getting black doctors, but I ain't never had a doctor really of. Well, I've had Middle Eastern doctors, like I'm gonna say Muslim type doctor. I've had them, and matter of fact, it was a cardiologist last time too. Back in the day when I got sick with my first blood clot, so I went to see him because I was having heart palpitations back then and no issues. I don't know, who knows. So he touches this screen on the wall and begins to explain to me what the heart does, draws a heart. Hey, my brother in Christ, what's up? Lord is my light. Lord is my salvation. Whom shall I fear? Amen. Right here, right here. That's why y'all people do stuff in corporate arenas and all that and be like, I'm God's child, baby. We're gonna pray for you because you mess with God's child, it might not be good for you. And I'm looking for that soon return. There's so much going on right now, Jay. I'm gonna talk about that here in a minute too. But because I had a weird dream, I'll share that with y'all on here. But anyway, I go to this. I'm talking about the EKG. EKG. Let me tell you, praise report. EKG came out good. And what he told me was he didn't see heart attack. What he sees is a thickening of the heart, and he believes that that's what's going on. He says, so what's happening is your heart is thickening because it's trying to carry all of you. So it has all these other functions and your size. So getting the size off is going to play an important part. So we'll get to that later if we not raptured out of here first. I'm just going to say, because I'm really thinking prayer and rapture might happen this year by the way things are going. So EKG went good. The only thing he is having me do, and I meant to bring it over here, they gave me, technology is amazing. There's a heart monitor I got to put on. The cell signal was there, so we didn't put it on there. It comes with a cell phone. It comes with a cell phone. It comes with a cell phone. So it's a, I have to put this cardboard thing on. I have to put this sticky thing on that has a base and then has this clip-in thing, which is a receiver, I guess. It monitors my heart and then it sends the data to the phone. After 7 days, I put it in this plastic thing and mail it back to them from a UPS site. Technology. I'm going to put it on tomorrow. I went on the 29th. He gave it to me. I didn't have time because I got to read it because she was going over it. I'm like, It's going by me a lot. I'm getting old, so I'm going by me really fast. So I put that on so they can get a readout. Then he's gonna do, I think it's an echo something. And because of my size, we can't do a stress test, which is fine. But he's gonna do an echo something. So we'll get that done. After doing all of that with him, I also need to start getting my dental stuff because I've been trying to find stuff to work from home. I want to get back to that if possible. Like I said, unless the Lord comes first. And we'll see if something opens up for that. If it does, then I want to make sure I get all my doctor stuff out the way. Because usually if you go somewhere new, it requires 90 days before your insurance kicks in. And a lot of companies are starting to, some companies, I know some people that I know were telling me that their companies are starting to give them back to the work from home, which made sense because you can get rid of these buildings and, you can lease less or don't have to pay unless you own the building. Why lease? You save a lot more money, pay the best employees better salary. Shoot. But otherwise, yeah, so it went good. He was not, when I told him heart attack, he looked at me. He's like, did you go to the hospital? I said, I didn't know nothing about it. I just knew that I was, he's like, yeah, I don't think she read. He says, I'm a cardiologist. He says, your EKG was fine. He said, the only thing I'm seeing is you have thickening of the heart. So, and he says, it's just the heart is trying to compensate for your body weight. So it's doing all these other functions, which is its normal function. And now it's trying to pick up for the extra mass. Basically, I got to get the weight off. Okay. So, which is what I thought it was in the first place. So that kind of eased my mind a little bit. Um, and told me I got to get the weight off. So I do have to go back to him for a couple of things, plus this heart monitor that I got to wear for 7 days, which I'm gonna probably start tomorrow and do the 7 days for it, which means I'll send it out on the following Monday or Tuesday. What was I gonna tell y'all? So that went good. Praise Jesus. I had a weird dream. So I don't know. I know a lot of people get on here and they'll talk about, I don't know if I want to call it a rapture dream. It could have been that. I don't know. It was just weird. And I normally don't dream unless the Lord has given me a dream. So the dream that I had was that I thought I was hanging with a couple. Like, I don't know if they're family or not family members. And it was like we were going to go out and eat. I don't know if this is lunch or dinner. I just call it dinner or whatever because I normally don't eat breakfast too much. But we were going to go out and eat. We walk out the door and the sky is just weird. I mean, all I can tell you is the clouds were like, I never seen clouds like this. They were thick and puffy. You could not see any blue sky. There were white clouds. There were kind of like dark clouds. And there wasn't any rain or anything, but it was like weird. In my Christian video, I used the word anomaly. It kind of looked like an anomaly, like something weird. Extremely unusual, unnatural. And they felt like they were really close to the ground. So they appeared closer, like they were, it was like, I just can't tell you, it was thick. I looked at the people that I'm with, because we're supposed to be going to eat, and I said, I gotta go. I'll see you later. Knowing, I think, in a roundabout way, I wasn't going to see them later. The dream jumps, and I'm in a plane, like a personal, private plane. Nobody else could sit in this plane but me. It was my plane, my little jet. And I'm flying my little jet straight up into the sky, into these clouds. And I'm going straight up. As I'm looking around me, I see what looks to be like helicopters and other plane type things. And it was like they were, the best word I can put is observant. Hey, PJ, what's up, baby? How's your weather? It was like they were observant. I'm just rambling about a dream I had. So it's like they're observing this weird atmosphere that's happening. And some of them were like, they looked military, like it was such an anomaly. They were up there trying to like observe it. So next time, all I know is I'm going up in this plane. Now, I can't fly a plane. I don't know how to fly nothing. I know how to drive. I can drive. But I don't know how to fly no planes. I'm also not a person who likes to fly. It's not that I'm scared of flying. Even if I wasn't this size, even for skinny people, them doggone seats is too tiny. People on the airplane now are cray-cray, so I don't have zero desire to get on the plane. Oh, I wish it was 85 here. We still in the 100 and something. You were in Missouri? Does I remember correctly? Were you in Missouri, PJ? I think you were in Missouri, right? But it's like the weather out here, we've been like 100. It's been still in the hundreds. Now at night, we've been getting down into the 80s. I'm getting it. I'm old, but I'm remembering. At night, we've been down into the 90s and 80s. But it was like I left work the other night, it was 108 degrees. I went to go see Equalizer, and I'll talk about that too. And it was like 108 degrees with Equalizer. I mean, it was hot. And the car, thank God, the new to me car has air conditioning. That other car, you couldn't roll the windows. I didn't go no place hardly with old man Red except work, grocery store, and laundromat. That was it. Me and old man Red. God bless him. God bless me. It did what it needed to do for the time being. But the air conditioning is that's your friend. So at this point, all I remember the dream is that I was flying up, and I kind of knew that I wasn't going to necessarily see whoever the two people were that I was with. I wasn't going to see them again. Wherever I was going up. So I don't know if it was rapper dream, but hey, praise Jesus if it was, because it meant I'm in the group. So that's my main thing. Lord, don't leave me here in the madness. I was watching a video of a black guy who's a police officer talking about, I guess he had what he believes to be a rapture dream. And he said all of a sudden something was weird with the sky. He went outside. He had friends of his. We were all upside. Everybody outside looking up, and people who were getting rings were just being And they were getting like, and when he said rings, I'm thinking we were talking about a ring to come down. Kind of like what's that? Somebody talking about aliens. What's the alien movie that was out back in the day? And you step into the rings, and then you're in another time span. I forgot the name of it. But anyway, he's talking about rings, like a wedding ring. And he said the rings. He says, "Please, God, please let me have got it right. Let me not have missed my ring." And he got his ring, put it on, and he was on his way up. When he's on his way up, he saw his friend sitting over there, and his friend wasn't going because his friend's not, a believer. Child, I was like, whoo, woo. Because he said all he kept saying was please, and I said, honey, I'm with you. Please let me have gotten it right. Please, I'm not perfect. Let me get it right. But anyway, so that's pretty much it. I did go see the new Equalizer movie. I don't know if any of y'all saw it. I'm gonna say this. So I like John Wick was another one I like. I like John Wick 1 and 2. After that, he lost me. Equalizer 1, 2, and 3, very good. Very good. I was impressed. It was extremely good. Good storyline. Um, I love it. I love it. Also, guys, if y'all haven't watched it, granted, it's got some stuff in it I wasn't happy about, but it was a very good show. Lioness. Lioness Bomb. It's a series on, I think, Paramount. Love it. The other one is on Apple TV, is Hijack. And that's with Idris Elba. Lioness has Zoe Saldana, whatever her name is, Nicole Kidman, and Morgan Freeman is in it. Has some other pretty decent stars. There's a Latino actress in it, and I think the other chick is from India. Baby, I don't know who they are. I gotta look. All I know is I need to find other movies with them in it, cause them two chicks can act. Both of them, they played their part. Especially the Latino chick who's the main character, her and Zoe Saldana, whatever. Them two, powerhouse. And Nicole Kidman. Nicole's had work though. Her face, you can tell she had work. And then Morgan is in there, and then there's a couple other well-known actors and actresses. I just can't remember their name. I'm gonna say they're like second rate to Morgan and Nicole Kidman. Probably just around Zoe Saldana's level, maybe a little under her on acting. But yeah, very, very, very good show. They just ended season 1, which was phenomenal. And then Hijack, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's just a mini series, one time only. It wasn't meant to be more than one season. And what I liked about Hijack is when you make me go back to watch the show from the very beginning, because you don't throw so many curveballs at me. And the biggest curveball was in, I think, the second to last episode. And that curveball, I was like, whoa, whoa, you done thrown so many curveballs at me. Whoa, we got to pump the brakes. I had to go back and be like, where the heck did this person come from? So, yeah, if y'all haven't seen those, go see those. Today, I haven't really done much. I'm getting ready to get up in this kitchen some more. I got cleaned out some stuff, but I'm getting ready to I haven't done my wash out. So I'm going to do a wash, pull everything out, do a wash, go in there, organize it, and work on that, sweep and mop. And then, I don't know, I've got some homework, but the part of it I'll do tonight. Other part might be done tomorrow, because I've been relaxing. Y'all, I've been very, very tired. And like, I've been sleeping till, like yesterday, I think I slept till 2. Today I slept till, I got up at 7, laid back down, got up at 12, and then went right back and laid down and got up at around 3 and started working on stuff. So, not doing too much, just chilling, hoping y'all have a good Labor Day. Kathy, what's up? How's the weather in Texas? Y'all cooling off? I did talk to my half sister today. She called, and we just talked about the Lord and about life. And she's saying the niece has bad allergies. And I was telling her to use a neti pot. So for y'all who have bad allergies, because I'm one who can have a very bad allergy season as well, use a neti. We got 120 seconds, Sarain. I'm done with you. Girl, it's been like a little spit here, but we had one come through. I don't know what was in that. The wind was so bad. I was at work, and when I got home, the trash can, and we got those big black heavy round trash cans, which I've had wind blow before. I ain't never seen it move one. Honey, that trash can was blown all the way over up against my neighbor's apartment. The other one, he was laying on his side. I'm sitting up there going, what in the Sam double L hockey sticks went through here? I ain't never seen it throw stuff like that. It threw the trash can. I'd have been here almost for 3 years. It threw the trash can. So the wind was crazy. We did get rain. We need rain, but we haven't. And then it was supposed to rain the next day. And our weather forecasters can't forecast. I'm telling you, Jesus is coming. They can't never forecast it. They'll tell us, oh, it's gonna be sunny all week, and all of a sudden, then we'll have some weird storm come through, and it's like they can't tell you. And as Linda's like, she's like, these weather forecasts can't. I said, girl, whatever technology they're using ain't working with the stuff that's going on now. Girl, I got you beat, Kathy. We ain't had rain. Well, they've had, I don't say rain, they've had sprinkles in the last few months, but for the most part, we ain't had no rain. This is really eerie. So we should be in what they call a monsoon season. From how I grew up here, we should have rain and dust storms. I think they start naming them haboobs. You should have massive rain and massive dust storms going on right now, and we haven't had none of that. Zero. The most rain I saw was the other day, and it wasn't all that. I mean, it wasn't all that. Things are weird. Now I got to get a hold of a friend of mine who's in Vegas because I just saw a video. I didn't know they got. Yeah, I heard. I just watched the video and I got to text her. I didn't know. Just saw it today because I don't watch the regular news. I watch like NBC nightly news, and some stuff I fast forward through. So some stuff is like, and all the climate change stuff that's going on. So sometimes I fast forward if it's something that it's not grabbing me, and I didn't know it was Vegas, and so um, I got to check on her and see if she's okay because I know she's renting, she's not buying, but I know she has a rental home. She works for the veterans out there. So I know that she has a rental home out there, but I did check and make sure she's okay and just see because when they showed the strip and and I was like, because I used to drive through Vegas in the truck. When did this happen? I ain't never seen that. Not for Vegas. And I drove all times of the year, winter, summer, spring, yeah, all of them, all of the years. I drove through there. Delivered in Vegas. I picked up in Vegas. I'm not understanding. I ain't never seen nothing like that. Zero. Zero. I was like, whoa. Yeah, did you see the water? When they showed that, and I showed buses and stuff. People are crazy. I'm like, and you heard the people who are filming, like, bro, what are you doing? He drove the bus, okay, the bus, okay. I'm gonna act like I'm the bus, the front of the bus, right? The front of the bus right here, right? Why is the water here and half the window? Why would you drive a bus through that? You shouldn't even be that far. And this city bus, I was like, what the hell is wrong with you? Weird. I'm not understanding. But I see that in foreign countries too. Now, foreign countries, sometimes I'm going to give it. Sometimes they just don't think they think different. But then I see some folks here think different too. And they'll be going down the road with their friends in the flooded car. I'm like, who is doing this? Yeah, I'm not driving to drown in floodwaters and get stuck and have to be rescued out of the floodwaters. I'm not doing that. No, we're gonna pull over and give a damn about how tired you are working. We're gonna pull that over. There's just some risk I'm not willing to take. I wasn't gonna take it in a truck, and I wouldn't take it in a bus. I'm sorry, and I don't know if there are people on the bus. They were just sure. I was like, whoa, this dude. I mean, literally, what I saw was disturbing. But he wasn't the only one. There were plenty of other people driving right through that madness with him. There's just some stuff you don't drive into, guys. There's just stuff, and I'm like, who does this? There's stuff you just don't drive into. And yeah, I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. But no, I'm right now. I'll go get I'll get here and work on this. Okay, I do have one other thing I'm gonna bring up. So I went to go see the movie Equalizer. Very good. How many of y'all heard about this new movie that's supposed to be coming out? Jay-Z got his hand in it, called The Book of Clarence. How many of y'all heard? I don't know if any of y'all heard of that. Have y'all heard of it? I saw the previews. It's, to me, from a Christian level, it's very disturbing. Very disturbing. It's called The Book of Clarence, and what the previews show is it's supposed to be like during the time of Jesus, from what I'm gathering. And this dude Clarence, he looks at how Jesus pulls crowds and everything and says, I want to do like this. So he gets his friend to act like he's blind, wraps something around his eyes, then takes this uh girl and then some. I'm not a big fan at all. I did not think, and I know some people think he's a great rapper. I never thought he was a great rapper. Is he an intelligent businessman? Yeah, he's a cutthroat businessman. Most people to be successful in business have to be cutthroat. So he's a savvy cutthroat business. He's a worldly businessman. Not I was a fan of Beyonce when she was part of Destiny's Child. I After the whole original Destiny Child broke up, I'm good. She may have had a couple of songs, but now she's going so far left and she's dabbling into things to me spiritually, which I think both of them are in, that on a Christian level is demonic. So, and I'm going to say this, and some people may take offense, for those of my black folks who are into this African spirituality, is demonic. Leave that crap alone. The Bible talks about dealing with other spirits. There's a reason for it. Leave that crap alone. Um, and I understand there's different cultures. We're not the only culture. Native Americans have different. There's other cultures who get into different religions, but the Bible tells you about dabbling into this stuff. It's not new. There's nothing new. As a matter of fact, in my class, one girl put that up. There's nothing new under the sun. Not one doggone thing is new. No, not one thing new under the sun. And so I think it's in Ecclesiastes. Nothing new. Zero. So there's stuff we're supposed to leave alone. There's a reason, because you're inviting on board spirits. I am not, like I said, her new stuff, not a fan. I saw somebody was talking about the venue for the concert and the stage and the way it's set up, which is rather disgusting, because it definitely has some very sexual overtones and undertones to it. I'm gonna say over because it's very overt, and undertones because some of it is even under it. No, no, it is too much. But he is part of whatever this movie is called, the Book of Clarence. He's a big I don't know if he's donating, I don't know if he's producing, I know his name is in it. And not that he's starring, but he's somewhere in the background of having something to do with this movie. So what I was able to gather from because it's just the previews of it, I think it's supposed to be coming out in 2024, is this guy, his name is Clarence, and he sees Jesus, and Jesus is working miracles. So the guy says, I want to do that. I'm just going to say, I want to do that. He then turns around and saying that he wants to do what Jesus is doing. He talks his friend who he was talking to into playing this role, wraps a rag around his eyes, gets in a crowd of people, takes the rag off his eyes. I can see, I can see. So people start giving him money. So then he starts dumping the money in the back of a wagon. That to me is almost, it's sacrilege. It really is. And it's mockery. And you got to be careful, especially if you're dealing with spiritual stuff on the Christian side. You got to be careful doing that. It also says where your focus is. The Bible has a saying about that too. So where your treasures are, that's where your heart is. So if this is about money, which the movie is probably about, that's where your heart is too. It was different. For me, I saw the preview. Do I know if I'm gonna see it? I'm gonna pray about it. If church ain't raptured out this year and I'm here to see it next year, I might see it just so I can talk about it. Yeah, but the previews in and of themselves disturbed me. I will tell you, Equalizer was good. I enjoyed it. Like I was to say, John Wick. I like John Wick 1 and 2 because I kind of look at Equalizer, John Wick, kind of on the same kind of vibe. But where they lost me with John Wick, the story. It was just more about beating up stuff and a bunch. It started getting old, and it's the same repeat stuff and no good storyline. Every time I deal with Equalizer, there's always that storyline of trying to help somebody, and the situations are always somewhat different. And this one was very, very good, and there was some tie back to prior characters because you're wondering why he makes the call that he makes. Love it. Equalizer, very, very good. Thoroughly enjoyed it. And I went to the big theater to see it because I hadn't been, and there was nobody there. I was happy, but it was crazy getting there because I guess there was some sort of event near the location, and just trying to get parking was madness. But I did get to go see it. Um, yeah. So I've not a lot of good. There has not been any movies of substance. So it was really good to have to go see a movie because I went and saw, oh, what's the one with Groot? I forgot. I am Groot. I forgot the name of it, and it's like I forgot the name of it, but I went to go see that third one, and I was not happy. I was like, this was a complete waste of my time. Um, oh, yeah, I'm already yawning. That was a complete waste of my time. But I did go see it, and I was like, I hadn't been in a movie in a while, and I was like, what's the Groot movie? And I can't think of it. Look, y'all gonna make me look for it. I can't think of the name of it right now. But it's the movie with Groot. Hold on, y'all. I'll know it as soon as I see it. It has Groot. I am Groot, and that's the only thing I like is the Groot guy. And I'm waiting for Amazon to load. Let me see if I can see it. Hold on, y'all. I am Groot. Not the Avengers. It's something like that, but it's not that. Hold on, y'all. Let's see. Trying to see if I can find it. Trying to see if I can find it, but I'm not seeing it. Oh, Transformers was pretty good. Transformer 3 or 4, whatever that is, that was actually not bad at all. I enjoyed Transformers. Um, I'm not seeing the one I wanted to see the name of it. And I'm not seeing it right now. I'm not seeing it. But Lioness, though, if y'all ain't watched that, that's bomb. Not Transformers. I'm not seeing it right now. I'm not seeing it. Yeah, I enjoyed that, and I enjoyed a couple different ones, and I can't remember the name of it. Oh, the new Dune is coming too. Now, I also saw the Matrix, the last Matrix. I was not happy with either. I haven't watched the Avatar, The Way of Water. I haven't watched it. I liked the first Avatar, but I haven't watched any other Avatars. The second one, I haven't watched that. I don't know. I just haven't been inspired to see it. And then trying to think, and I don't know why I can't remember the name of this other movie. Yeah, I haven't actually. I just know I am Groot, and I can't think of his name right now. I can't think of his name, but he goes, "I'm Groot." Um, and I don't know why I can't think of it because I saw it, but it might be because I was not impressed. I was actually a little turned off because I was like, they could have made this way better. Could have made it way, way, way better, and it sucked. Um, but it could have been way better. Anyway, that's it. I don't have much else, guys. I'm just been chilling. Um, and that's it. But do be careful if y'all go see that movie when it come out, that Book of Clarence. Please understand, because we get so many people, and I was sharing this with my Christian group. Um, we got so many people with a microwave mentality. That's why they like TikTok. I'm not a TikTok fan. They like these short clip videos because I don't want to think about anything. And, that instant, I want it right now. So they will believe that this Book of Clarence is a true type religion thing. Don't get caught up because I can already tell you, based on what I saw, I, I think it's gonna be part of the strong delusion the Bible talks about during these times. And, we've already got enough of our people because of the previous administration and pulling back the rug to show us racism. So we got a lot of our folks starting to go back into African spirituality, which is just opening yourself up to demonic forces. We got people going that route and the goddesses and all. And then you wonder why you got a lot of drama, why you're depressed, why you got a whole bunch going on that don't make sense. You're letting in spirits. What you think is helping you is hindering you. And I see that with people because they'll be like all in this other stuff, and then they got all this hell going around in their life. Oh well, I'm gonna do this and that, and life ain't getting better; it's getting worse, and you got a whole bunch of psychological stuff going on because you're dealing with demonic forces. Don't be careful what you ingest. That's what I'm gonna tell people. And I'm not talking about just eat. I'm talking about what you ingest spiritually, because you can be ingesting some spiritual stuff that you really, really, really don't want, and then you wonder why things are cray cray around you. It's not solving your problem. It's making it worse. Have you seen the cocaine bear? What's a cocaine bear? I don't know what the hell that is. What is that, Kathy? What is that? I've never done any drugs a day in my life, so that'll tell you anything. Only thing I know what marijuana smell like because I don't like the smell, but I ain't never done no drugs a day in my life on God's holy word. So other than what my doctor prescribes for me, I don't do no drugs. So what the hell is a cocaine bear? Is it a movie? What is that? I think I got gnats from the little rain we had on Friday. Was it Friday? I think it was Friday. Was it Friday or Saturday? Friday. And I left work early. I did. I need to know what the cocaine bear is. I'm waiting for you to tell me what the cocaine bear is. Because I want to know what the hell is a cocaine bear? That's weird. Well, let me know what a cocaine bear is. Crazy, don't waste your time. It's about beer on cocaine. It's about a bear on cocaine killing. Oh, I don't have Netflix right now. Killing for it on Netflix. Okay, yeah, that would be something I wouldn't watch. A movie. Okay, so that's actually a good point. It was funny. We went out. Was it not this Friday past the last Saturday? We went out and we went over here to this ramen place, and I took two friends because I went and the ramen was. I didn't understand why you would pay $18 for ramen, and after I went there, I understood. It was really good, but you can still probably do that at home. It's not like pho. Pho's like you got to cook the bone. You can do pho at home, but you got to learn how to do it. And it's about the broth and the bone and all that stuff. Pho is just amazing. But I was trying to think how to put this. We were talking and one of the girls asked about movies you liked, and so one of the things are what are your top favorite movies. I'll share that here because I do have my top favorite movies. So I have three. um The Game with Michael Douglas, As Good as It Get. It has Robert De Niro, Cuba Gooding Jr. Oh, there's another dude in there, Helen Hunt. Love that. As Good as It Gets. And I don't like a lot of comedies, but that is funny. um and Jack Nicholson is bomb. Okay, so I think I said Robert De Niro. That's Jack Nicholson. So Jack Nicholson, Cuba Gooding Jr., Helen Hunt, and there's another one and I can't think of his name. He's in there. Um, the Game, Michael Douglas, and then Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil with Kevin Spacey. I know Kevin is a perv. This is before I knew he was a perv, but the guy is an amazing actor, even though he's a perv. Um, his he did a movie called Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. Bomb, bomb, bomb movie. That's kind of my genre. And I don't like stupid humor. I can't. I'm not usually big on humor at all because most humor to me is stupid. I don't like dumb humor. I like humor that makes me think and is funny. And Jack Nicholson he got that part. That part is hilarious. Then when I look at it too, I don't. I'm not a huge, even though I'm black or African American. I'm not huge on a lot of African American movies. One, because we always over the top. But if I'm gonna name top movies that I like, Boomerang, Jason's Lyric, um, and then I'm gonna put the first Wakanda in there. Okay, probably top three black movies that I enjoyed, and then I'm gonna put one that was fun. It's old called, I think it was called Strictly Business. Me and Linda were talking about it today, so I'm gonna put that in the secondary category. So that's probably me. Yeah, I'm not huge on a lot of stuff, and I'm really picky when it comes to certain movies. So one of the guys was like, "Oh, he goes every new movie that goes out, and he likes horror. I don't like horror. I don't like horror because there's just stuff we don't do. Even though right now, I'm seeing more black filmmakers or films that are trying to incorporate that. Well, I also think you're getting again into some demonic stuff when you start getting into horror too much. But I don't like horror because there's just stuff we don't do. Like, come to the window. No, I'm not coming to no window. I'm not going to the door. If something ain't right, I'm going the opposite direction. I'm not going to explore, investigate. And so to me, that's where a lot of horror movies is like, this is dumb. I don't like dumb movies. I like movies that's going to make me think. If I have to sit here and I can be figuring out the next move, I can't do. Kathy, here. I hate them. I think the first horror flick I watched, which was supposed to be scary, was what's it? Freddy with the nails. And I was in high school and was at a friend's house, and I was like, "This is dumb as hell." Matter of fact, I laughed most of the movie because it was so dumb. I'm like, "This. I don't like dumb stuff." And a lot of the horror stuff, it's really to have a section, and all of a sudden something jumps out, or yeah, I don't need that. I don't need it. Like I said, some of the spiritual undertones, overtones of it, I'm gonna leave that alone. You inviting stuff in. And like right now, I guess they going back and they doing a new Exorcist. That was one thing when I was up in there waiting for the show to start. It had 8,500 previews, and they got a brand new Exorcist coming out. One with a black chick, little black girl, and a white girl in it. And I'm like, oh God, here we go. And that's stuff that we didn't used to be involved in those kind of movies. There's reasons for it. And I don't know if y'all know the little girl, China McClain. Y'all know China McClain because she's Christian. And she's talking about some of the demonic stuff in Hollywood. I was like, baby, God pulled you out of that just in time. She said, I won't be seeing that. Yeah, I'm sitting there and they got the faces and the demons and you can tell they demonically possessed and the woman comes in and I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. And yeah, I can't. I can't. I can't. They got way too much going on. Got way too much going on. So yeah, but I went and like even what you're watching to try to see movies that are coming out that are good movies. Um okay, my aunt just sent me something about a flesh eating bacteria. I don't know. I have to read it later. She sent it through Messenger and it came up as an alert. She's very into the Trump drama and him going to. I'm like, he's not going to jail. If that brother was going to be in jail, he'd be in jail. He's not going to jail. It's a bunch of drama and there's other stuff behind that. And I'm with him. It is political, but you know what? It don't matter. It's not going to stop him. You got a bunch of crazy people that want you in office because they're insignificant. You're insignificant. They like your narcissism. So, I don't know what that is. Oh, zucchini. Regina's sending me a whole bunch of stuff right now too. Um, she sends me recipes from time to time, and so they got a whole bunch of stuff going on that just is insane. My energy level is right here, y'all. I don't have the energy for it. It's just stupid. I don't like stupid. I have a problem with stupid stuff, and I'm not a fan. If it's stupid, I ain't gonna have nothing to do with it. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. So I'm not a fan of stupid stuff. Yeah, not my thing. But and humor and horror, I can't. It has to be like I said. And you see, I named only one movie. Well, two, because Eddie Murphy Boomerang was supposed to be a comedy. Boomerang and As Good as It Gets. That tells you the level of comedy I like and the type. It has to be funny. Um, Eddie Murphy's was funny, but at the same time, it had a really good storyline to it, a relational storyline, which I enjoyed. Harlem Nights was not, even though a lot of people talk about it, black people think it was okay to me. Um, I didn't think it was funny. It had some, little quick little one-liner jokes. Um, what's another one by him? I'm trying to think. Beverly Hills Cop, when it first came out, was good. The first one, I enjoyed that. I'm trying to think. He actually had probably some of the better movies that I've enjoyed. But like really, really good movies that are memorable, I haven't. Nothing. I'm trying to think. Yeah, yeah. Not anything of any value. And like I said, going to see the Denzel movie. That was one of the better movies I've seen because I went to go see. What in the? Still trying to think of the Groot guy. I am Groot, and I forgot what the movie is. Y'all know what I'm talking about. They all from different planets. One's from Earth, and he's done. They had three of them. I like one and two were okay. I didn't like number three, and but I did enjoy Denzel in this movie. I enjoyed it. It was a good movie, a good storyline. Unlike John Wick, the storyline was good. Other than that, y'all, not the Avengers. It's the one that says I am Groot. It's played by oh, what's the bald headed dude? And I can see it in my head. I was trying to look it up on here. Hold on, I know how to find it. Hold on, Groot. And I can't remember. I went to the movies and I was highly disappointed because I was like, this really just sucks. I know how to look it up. I'm gonna go to YouTube. It'll tell me. And I'm gonna be pissed off because it's gonna be real easy. I'm getting old. I can't remember like I was remembering before. Let's see. I can tell I'm getting old. I used to be able to tell you um every piece of music I owned. I can't do that no more. I could tell you every artist I had. I could tell you the songs on there. I still got a lot of the music, but I can't tell you half that stuff now. Hold on, I'm looking. Okay, here. So I was Guardians of the Galaxy. That's it. Guardians of the Galaxy. I went to go see Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I didn't care for it. All right, here's a what would you do moment. I'm gonna tell y'all a story. So I had a friend of mine, our associate, and we used to split like our Costco memberships. And when I went through the job loss last year, in my Vin Diesel, he played Groot, right? And I think he's an okay actor. I don't think he's great. He's okay. Um, I did like him in the original Pitch Black. Pitch Black? Yeah, okay. Let me put that on my list. Pitch Black was good. And that semi well is sci-fi. I don't know if I want to put it in horror. I think it's just sci-fi. Kind of aliens. Some people might put aliens in horror, the movie Aliens, but Aliens to me was sci-fi. It's kind of like that sci-fi you dealing with aliens. I don't know that I consider that horror. It's different. Sci-fi, sci-fi thriller. That's probably it. Sci-fi thriller. So, but Costco, I had a Costco card. Just giving y'all. So, I was been splitting it for years with an associate of mine, and she's very much a money person. Money, money, money. Okay. Hey, Wendy, what's up? How you doing? And so this is my what would you do story, and I'm only gonna keep y'all a little bit longer. So last year when I had the little job loss, and she knew I had the job loss, and I said, look, I don't start my new job till October. She tells me in September, oh the thing is due for what was it? The money's due for Costco. I told you I don't start my job in October. And I said, and she's working, and I understand she's still a single mom, but she had other income, was supposed to be getting child support, and I don't know what else. And and financially much better than I am. And so she's like, oh, the what did she say to me? The yeah, the membership is due. And I said, look, I told you I don't start working until October. As soon as I get the first check, I'll go ahead and send out the money. I said, but right now, everything I got is gonna be maintaining what's in this house, utilities, my rent, and gas for the car. I don't have it right now. Everything is for just immediate. So if you can't wait and cover up until the end, then just take me off. So she left me on there. So this year we're due again. And and I've been struggling because initially some of her behavior with last year, I didn't know whether to pull myself off because we've been splitting it for years. And Linda wants to do Costco, and I said, you know what, I might just do it with you, and I'll just get it. And Linda will split it. Linda's cool people. Honey, this girl, it hits me up. And it's not even the end of the month. I think she hit me at the end of August or beginning of September 1st or the end of August. Um, Costco membership is due at the end of the month. Are you? What did she say? Are you wanting to? Are you wanting to keep it? Are you wanting or something about? Are you wanting to continue or something? And I was like, I'll let you know in a couple of days. So I was going to pray on it because I don't want to do evil for evil because sometimes she'll come off in a way that doesn't strike me well. And so I said, I'll let you know here shortly. Now that was about 3 or 4 days ago. This morning I get up, good morning. Have you made up your mind whether you want to keep the Costco membership or something to that extent? It's due at the end of the month. My response, go ahead and remove me. Thank you. I'd already been talking to Linda. I was gonna hold because I felt like I was doing it because she irritates me sometimes with the money hungry thing. And I was gonna originally hold. And then I was like, you guys been doing it for years. Go ahead and pay. You can share it with her and not be evil. But I was so fed up. I'm like, yep, go ahead and remove me. I'm gonna go ahead and just pick up a membership, putting Linda on it, and actually Linda and I are gonna split both that and Sam's Club. Sam Club's only gonna run me if $20 based on some company discount. I'm gonna get that before if I get another something where I can work from home, I'm gonna get that before I roll out, and me and Linda will split it. Oh, and Linda did get on where I'm at currently. Um, Let me see what y'all saying. But yeah. So what would y'all do? Would y'all have stayed on the membership with her or would y'all have thrown her the peace sign too? Because I was like, it ain't even been 4 days. And I told you I would get back in touch with you. It's not due till the 30th. I'm not gonna wait till the last minute, but I would have been able to say, okay, I'm gonna take it out of this check and send it to you. But at this point, you bugging me twice. Peace out. Yeah, Wendy, I she's different. On some levels can be a very sweet person. This is the person that did the and again, I like her boys. Both of her boys I really like. This is the one who did the grandiose graduation thing for her son that was creating the committee and expecting people to give her money um to do his graduation and but yet you just came back from the $8,000 vacation. I think she bought the baby a car. You got a lot going on, and the boys, both her sons are working. So I'm not an, and I don't have a because I didn't have a type of parent who would do that. So I think it's excellent to have a parent who is kind enough to help you with the car. But I believe that should be help you with. So if you have a job, I need to know where your money is going for your job. So therefore, this car should not only be mama coming out of pocket, daddy coming out of pocket, but you should be putting money away so we can help you get a car. Um, that's one. And then the one who was, it's the same chick. So the behavior last year basically just told me. And then this year when I came back and I was like, Shannon, I didn't want to be, I'm trying to not let old Shannon, as I told Linda, there's another Shannon. I didn't want to let old Shannon come to the table because the other one, that chick can be special. And I'm trying to do things as Christian as I can. But then when she came back and she asked again, I'm like, oh no, just go ahead and remove me. We'll go and I'm gonna go pick it. But in October, I'll go pick up a new membership for me and Linda. And then Linda will just cover me later. Or actually owe Linda still for a little bit of this. I'll just deduct it from that and we call it a day. And we'll call it a day. And I'll get the Sam's Club membership and we'll both be on there. I don't have a problem doing that. But this right here, this is done. DONE. This is done. So, yeah. So I just told her to remove me because I don't know what that is going on and I can't help you with that. I don't know which grown boy, but okay. What grown boy? I'm lost. I'm not sure about the grown boy, Wendy. I'm not sure about that. But family in general, you have to be very careful with. I got a girl at work, and she's got some issues going on with her grown mama. Oh, I'm not. I got people I know who are doing that. You got whole families who are all grown living together. I like I told you, I went over a associate's house, and his grown nephew who's living there with his ghetto friends visiting, and walks out the back of the bedroom with a weed, whatever that bong thingy they smoke out of, and across. You got in your uncle's house who's 60 something. No, homie, that's so disrespectful. But your uncle is letting that happen, so I know I won't be back in the house. It's, well, it's funny. I was watching something, Wendy, when you mentioned this, and it was actually on a Christian show, but it was good because the man said, he talked about the number of men who are, and I'm using the word men loosely, but grown males who are of adult age who are not working. And a lot of them are either living off of a woman or living off mommy and daddy or mommy in the family home, and are of adult, working, no disability, nothing wrong with them. They just not working. They sit in the house playing video games, smoking weed, or whatever else, but they're not working. Able-bodied people, and they're seeing this. And the guy was talking about in the workforce, and they were talking about military base because you have a lot of, I guess, the military is becoming short-handed on people. People aren't joining. Well, you've got a bunch of coddled doggone kids who are living off mommy and daddy. I work with a ton of them. They don't. Some of them don't come to work. One girl, I think she said her check was like $20-$40. I couldn't live on it. Living at home and got a child, single mom, but living at home with the whole family. She said, "No way, not my." Well, I'm a break the pot kind of person, and I praise Jesus. I didn't have kids, and this particular friend, she's upset because her son has left and gone to college. Well, he's only up here. He's here in Arizona, so he ain't going far. He's up in the mountains at NAU, which I think is good. But I personally think it's best for a person to totally leave home. I mean, leave the damn state and go somewhere else away from mommy, especially mommy. And I was talking to one of my customers, and he had mentioned that his wife was having problems because he got all his kids out the house. And he said, my wife having a problem with it, but I'm happy they gone. Amen. Because a child is supposed to grow up. You can't. I know people who are still living at home with their families and love them dearly, because mommy made them feel guilty about leaving. I have a particular person who wanted to go to an HBCU that was on the East Coast, and love her mom, but her mom's like, ooh, that's far away. And I had even talked to her mom, like, you don't want her to be like us. Well, now this baby is damn near 40 years old. She wants to be married. She wants to have kids, but you're still living at home with your mommy. That's not attractive to a man. But on top of that, you still haven't had the chance to grow up and experience life in a way, but not really. Mm, yeah, see, I'm not. There's there's just a level, and us getting assistance is going to become harder here in the near future. A friend of mine, me and her were just talking, and she said something about she's working for an agency that kind of does insurance like I do, government-based insurance. And she said that she heard something about vouchers and changes to Social Security and to other things, and voucher. No, no, you got to be careful living off the system. That's why, yeah. Yeah, but there's plenty of folks doing it. My buddy's 67 years old. He's taking care of a whole bunch of grown Negroes up in that house. I'm calling them Negroes, but they not Negroes. They different culture. But in general, a bunch of ninjas that ain't doing nothing. And it's a whole bunch of dynamics in there. But you gotta, when they could work, they weren't. And then there's one nephew. I need to know how you don't have a real good job. And every time I turn around, he ain't got. He just quit and then ended up. So he told me this weekend they were supposed to go search for an apartment, of which my friend is probably going to end up paying for the apartment. And his nephew has and my heart goes out because the kid grew up in a very jacked up home. He has psychological issues. However, part of growing up and being able to function, because uncle ain't gonna be there all the way. My friend is 67 years old. He ain't gonna be there all the time. And what's going on with the planet, I don't know what all's gonna happen, but he ain't gonna be there. And if something happened to him tomorrow, I don't know if maybe some other family member take him in, but I don't know. And and this part of his family, they really ratchet. That's why I don't, and I don't mean to be mean, and God forgive me if I'm wrong. I don't deal with family too much. I don't trust that area, and I hate to say it. You better off with, and when I mean strangers, I'm not talking about strangers. I'm saying they're not blood related to you, but I have gotten better I've gotten love shown more from strangers than I have from people blood related to me. And so um, it's, yeah, you got to be careful when it comes down to family and everything. Every time I think about that, I go back to God talking to Noah, and not Noah, to Abraham, and he said, Abraham, I need you. He said, I'm gonna do these things with your life. Wait for it. Leave your family. He don't leave his family. Did he listen? I'm not gonna say he listened all the way, because he took Lot with him, and in the Bible we later get Sodom and Gomorrah with Lot and his family. So he didn't listen, and he took drama with him. And yeah, yeah. So what I realized is, unfortunately, when you're dealing with family, you can be dealing with massive freaking drama. Oh yeah, there's some special stuff. I got a girl at work who says, told some stuff. Her mama lost her apartment, and she's like, oh, they were staying in a hotel, and now the mama just somehow, some way ended up on her couch, and there's a bunch of drama. Her mama liked to start fight. Her mama's 50 years old. I'm 55. She goes out, she partying, she trying to hang out. No, mama can't stay with me. Mama gotta go. Yeah, I'm not shocked. A lot of people, when it comes to family, they accept drama. I don't understand the dynamics of it. I'm just not the one. And may that make maybe for a lonely life, yeah. May it make for family you can't rely on and ask for help. Unfortunately, yeah. Um, I can't. I can't, y'all. Mm-mm. I can't do it. Too much. It's too. I can't do it. It's way too much. As they say, too much candy for a nickel. Is he well? I don't want to answer any questions, because then my head starts hurting when I deal with drama. If they don't live with him, vice versa. If they live, let me tell this story. It's a very generic story. So, an associate of mine came into an inheritance. I'm gonna put it like that. He inherited property. In the property, he inherited a apartment complex. Went in, had it remodeled, put in new appliances, and put one of his nieces in one of the apartments. His sister went into another apartment, and then there were some other people that lived there. He went by for something to help the niece. The niece done tore up the brand new $800 stove. I mean, very nice that he supposedly got her. I was like, wait. How do you tear up an $800 stove? Had a whole bunch of ratchet stuff going on up in this apartment. So because she was tore up stuff, he decided he didn't want to deal with it, because he don't know how to put his balls and pee pee on the desk and say get the heck out. Because I would have just evicted her out. You already letting her live there virtually free, and then she tearing up stuff. All right, you guys too have a good one, Kathy. He turned around and he sold the complex. She then cusses him out because she realizes that she's behind on the rent. Whoever's taking it over is most likely going to evict her, exactly what they did. So she then moves in with his sister, which is her grandmother, into the other apartment with they cray cray mama who ain't supposed to be there. And it's a whole bunch, this particular division of his family is cray cray. Eventually, the daughter, not the granddaughter, but the mother of the daughter, of the granddaughter, starts some trouble, and the owner says, "Oh, y'all, hey, you ain't supposed to have that many people in the apartment. Only supposed to be two people, you and your brother, and this other brother that was living with her. And you got, I don't know how many, probably 18,000 of them up in there." So he basically evicts her out. Again, you got rid of an entire apartment building because you couldn't tell your family, get the hell out. I can't. I just can't. I can't. I just can't. And I'm just like, I'm not understanding. I am not understanding. So to me, when you have that, there's some tough love, and you need to do tough love. Like my friend and this little nephew. When we went on to go deal with Monty's stuff, this boy called him while we on the trip for him to book his doctor's appointment. How old is he? This kid is over 18 years old. You mean this little ninja can pick up the phone and call you and ask you to book the doctor's appointment and tell you what's wrong, but he can't call the doctor directly and book? Do you hold his penis while he peeing in the toilet? I'm just wanting to know. Do you wipe his butt when he go into the bathroom? I'm needing to know. Because this is stuff that's some child stuff. There shouldn't be no grown people stuff. This boy grown. I ain't gonna tell you he's a grown man, but he's a grown adult, meaning he's of adult age. And if he can pick up a phone and call and do TikTok and whatever the hell else, he can call and make a dang doctor's appointment and tell him his leg is messed up. Why is he calling you and you on your way to a trip to have... I got nothing. I got nothing. It's some weird. So the dynamics of family, I don't jack with them, and I don't mean to be mean. I know how people are, and people, especially families, they can be nasty, and they can be cutthroat, and even the ones who may get along, they may dog it. It's just too much drama. I don't have the energy for family stuff. I don't have the energy. I don't. Lord, they in your hands. I don't hate nobody. I just don't have the energy. I don't have the energy. And they tend to take dumps on each arm camp. I'm out. Anyway, y'all, it's 60 minutes. I'm gonna get my butt off of here. Yeah. Well, that's my other thing, Wendy. There's a point when you have to go, and that's like I was telling my friend when she sent her something. I told her I was gonna do a video and tell her, hey, the best thing is where he's at. We didn't cry or nothing. And, mamas who can't cut in biblical cards. You need to let these people grow up because you're not going to be around forever. I still remember my best friend's dad. This man had the most deadly form of a disease. I think it's called sclerodermia, where all your vital organs harden. He didn't tell her he was dying. She had a brother who was underage. She was in the military. At first, he was upset because she was only supposed to sign for 2 years, and he knew he didn't really have 2 years. She signed for 4 years, and he died. I think she wasn't even in the military a year, and he died. And she had flown back here to Arizona. I went to the funeral, and all I can tell you is I know that her father, he took custody of her, but when her and her brother, but he told her, no, this is what you have to do as part of growing up. Her father did not keep, he could have said, Jane, I'm dying and I need you to do this, to stay here. He didn't put those reins on his daughter to where her life is stifled. Her life would totally be different. She met her husband in the military. She got married at 18. They're still married today. We're 55. Me and her exactly the same age. She married her husband in the military. She had a daughter. It's 3 of them. And, matter of fact, her daughter is thinking in the house, unfortunately. But she wanted her, it's like, would you get out? Would you go? She wants her going because that's part of growing up. But you got some mothers, they want them kids to sit there for the rest of their life and look at them. They want them there to the casket drop. I got friends like that. And then you stifle your children because your child wants a different life than what they have. They want something different, but because you don't want to be lonely, and you still need something to do. Well, you need to find something else to do. Life is just not about children. After the children are grown, there's other stuff you can do. Go to school. You get a hobby, travel. I mean, there's some other stuff you can do. It's not just about, you got to let them kids become adults, but we got a bunch of grown babies because mommies and daddies and uncles and whoever else got their titty in their mouth and in biblical cards still attached. No, break the pot. Break the pot. Anyway, y'all, I got to get off here 2 and 2. I'll be on next, probably Saturday or Sunday. Peace. I don't know, I might come on tomorrow if I'm bored, but definitely next Saturday or Sunday. Peace.